Sir, again, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
I'm not the one that needs the apologies, Officer Nolan.
Yes, sir. Please apologize to your wife for me. If you'd like me to make you another reservation.
I traded shifts for last night, the night you ruined.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I don't see my tier.
Officer Bradford's taking a personal day.
You're kidding. Tim hasn't taken a personal day in his entire life.
Be that as it may, he's off today. So, Chin, you'll be assigned to the front desk. All right, that's it. Everybody be safe out there.
Hi. I didn't think you'd come.
Yeah, I was pulled a U-turn. Twice.
Glad you didn't.
You look great.
For someone who got shot in the head.
No, I mean, you look like you would get. How you feeling?
The beginning was really rough. Would have been worse if I didn't already go through withdrawal in the hospital.
I'm proud of you for seeing it through.
You didn't think I would.
No. But I hope I was wrong.
Yeah, well, I thought about leaving every day.
What made you stay?
I found something I wanted more than a fix. For you to see me sober.
Well, I guess my job here is done. Done. See ya.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd and 9. Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for L.A. 63 yards. Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this time he is in. Austin Eckler, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
First down, going to the air with Love. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, but they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play fake. Here's Love. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone is going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Nagar's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Running on first down, Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. The Chargers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Again, that's Watkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 5 yards remain on second down. Herbert throwing again. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Touchdown, Chargers. Quez Watkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there, tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a...
And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Chargers to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Now Herbert following the turnover. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he's got it. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Gabe Neighbors taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Love now. Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Here's Love. That's complete to Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. DeAndre Carter back deep. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Charger football here.
Welcome to the Acumen timekeeping system. Please enter the last 4 digits of your social security number. Please enter your employee PIN. Dear Woods Michael, thank you for confirming SSN and PIN. Dear user, you currently having a punch open for Brown Hakium P8. Would you like to close this punch? There are no active EVV locations for this client. Would you like to continue? Your punch for Brown Hakium has been closed at October 3rd, 2022, 1 o'clock p.m. To open new punch, press 1 or press 2 to disconnect. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing. Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action. Love to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. On the return, Carter. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler on his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Throwing again on second down. Love. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. To pass, here's Jordan Love, and he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air again, Love being chased out left. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This a 33-yard attempt. Nagar's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back in the 22. 2 yards to loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Well, let's see. The Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Play action. It's Herbert. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
To me, the defense was a little gas near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Love looking to throw it. He'll find Aguara complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Now Love. Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Love now to pass on 1st down. He's got this one complete to Rodgers. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Chargers. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Herbert on first down now. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
To the air again, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jamison Williams, 30 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packers ready to take over offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 17, Love setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Going back to Love. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kenneth Murray, his second sack of the night.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. To throw now, here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This likely a must-have, third and goal. Here's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long fourth and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
First and 10, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Herbert off of play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Again, Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jamison Williams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Kenneth Murray in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
Ready? So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun. Love. The throw right side going to be complete to DeGuara. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Love. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Play action this time with Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Love now. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Here's Love. And his pass incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Love. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 on top of this. Well, never a good time for a roughing call, but that's extra bad. They had to stop short of the line to gain on 4th down, but the personal foul going to keep this drive going. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Throwing. Love to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. The extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Now the Chargers will use
Damn
the
it,
2nd
like
of
the
their
ball.
timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last shot now for Love. Steps away to his left. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Chargers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.